So in each community, what is the purpose of this dimension? In each community, there is a provision for organizing various festivals, where people come together to share their views, their culture, their traditions. And to manage all these things, we need a system service. A system is required. Like Mahakumbh is going on, a system is required to support all the arrangement. So people, where gathering is happening for this kind of work, a system is required. That's why there is a need for system of dimension of system.
But we are not able to control our mind always, sir.
Not able to?
Control our mind always. Because I'm sitting here, my mind goes somewhere else. The thoughts are running, galloping, jumping, everywhere. But how to control and how to tighten into a particular focused point. Even beyond a particular point of time, we are not able to control our thoughts running here and there.
So you are not able to control, this is one part, but you have potential to control. So speak both part. What happens when we speak only this part, that we don't have control? It goes on your subconscious mind. Speak both part. I have potential, but this time I am not able to control. I have potential, but this moment I am not able to control. I will check another moment. The problem is we preconditioned ourselves through this kind of statements.
Bhaiya,
So don't precondition yourself.
in Bhagavad Gita also the same question asked here by here. I am not able to control my mind like Arjuna asked to the Krishna, and he is telling, yeah, mind is like that only. We cannot change the mind. But we can change the perspective, because with help of like continuous practice, Abhyasa and Vairagya is telling the term. Abhyasa means continuous that practice, and Vairagya means we have to concentrate on something which is stable. To practice two things, we can control our. Likewise, it is need practice. It is not like you are telling, right? You are just, someone is asking in the morning. You are started from 2009 for UHV. Now that 2025, it takes so much time for your stable answer to the participants, like smiling faces and without hesitating anyone. But it is not required within 8 days. I am attending 9th day. I am just expecting you. It's very difficult, right? So we need that long practice and perseverance, and keep on that workout on that same goal. That is the thing.
Yeah, right. Comes. What is happening? Okay. With this, with all this, now we can discuss human tradition. Human tradition means a tradition which has humane education, universal human order for generations to generations. So let's understand this. So if we are working on education, right education sanskar, then this education will help to develop competence of individual to live with feeling of justice. Right? With this competence, people will be able to live with definite human conduct. And when people are living with definite human conduct, they will make humanistic constitution. Humanistic constitution means a constitution that will guide how we can live a fulfilling life. That will guide. And with this, we can ensure universal human order. An order where human goals can be realized. And in this order, there will be a humanistic education that will be facilitating generations to live with definite human conduct. So in this manner, when we are moving round and round, each time definite conduct will be established. So that the more round we will take, it will ensure a humane tradition. So a humane tradition where universal human order and undivided society is available for each generation. So where is the entry point to transit from current state to that state? In education. Through education, we can transit from the current state towards the desired state. So if you see, lakhs of students are going through education. If you start from school education, now every parent send their child to school. If we start working on this education system, then many people will be able to live with different human conduct. They will be contributing to humanistic constitution. They will be participating to universal human order. And as we go through this loop again and again, so we can ensure a human society with human tradition. UHV school. No, not UHV school. What we are doing this. We are not going to create UHV school. We are making effort for value education, then value-based education, and then value-based living. We are working in 3 steps. Value education, then value-based education, then value-based living. Value education means, to start, we can introduce value education as a course. Then we can transform all the course value-based. Value-based chemistry, value-based geography, value-based history, value-based technology, value-based economic system, like this. So next step is to transform all the subjects value-based. Mathematics, value-based mathematics. Can you give one example? How can we ensure value-based mathematics? What does it mean? Can you give an example? We are studying mathematics, but what is value-based mathematics?
Being a mathematician, I can give some example. It's just time. Whenever I teach a kid or friends, I used to say that example. If we talk about this subtraction, we used to find this in the first term. If you get borrow, right? Borrow you can get from the other place. That I will say that you will help the person to get this. Help is a word is not the same thing. Instead of using the borrow, this person helped him to give one thing, it will make it into 10 like that. Again, when we teach about this fraction, the denominator, we have to make the equal. We have to have different denominator, means something about the background of the particular person. If you want to make that as numerator and that as outcome will be equal, base should be equal. In order to make the base equal, you will give this contribution for denominator as well as the numerator. Not only the numerator. That means we make the base equal. If they are not having, somebody will help to base equal, and then you can expect that outcome. So the fraction will teach that. Just I will give this example. See, if you teach such kind of thing, maybe the mathematics, to the mathematics we can do like this. We can give you examples. If you give some problem, you have a situation, now you will solve this problem. Is the problem solving, the statement must be in this way. If you have this situation, then what we will do? We have that kind of practice, but the statement of the problem is we are not trained based on this value equation. We can do all this one.
So in this manner we can make every subject value based. So value based history, value based chemistry, value based geography, value based mathematics. You can take any example. For example, chemistry. Hydrogen and oxygen. Are they reacting, or are they going to participate for the environment? So they are not reacting, they are going to participate. So in fact, if you see the whole existence, there is no reaction, there is a response only. We are in reaction, this is the problem. So whatever is happening at the level of this chemistry, all things are happening for participation in larger world. So when hydrogen and oxygen combine together, they are going to participate in larger world. So hydrogen and oxygen making water, and this water participate in larger world. Again, when they decompose, they are going to participate again in this air. So each time they are going to participate, whether they are as a single unit or they are combined unit. So keeping participation in mind, we can re-evaluate these subjects.
So what we are actually trying to pull out is saying very a single aspect, so whatever be the topics, what we are trying to emphasize.
We are trying to emphasize participation. Value means participation. So every unit is participating. We can understand this participation through physical laws, through chemical laws, through consciousness laws, through innate laws. Whatever laws are working under these laws, every unit is participating in larger laws. So for example, the apple fell down and was noticed by Newton. So then a question came in his mind, why it has fallen down. Now then he discovered this gravitation law. This is one part. Second question can be more important at certain level. How this apple has come up. What is the role of this apple? Now if you are trying to find out the why, you will go to whole universe. So that apple is going to participate. That's why it has fallen down. Participate in the larger one.
You mean after this?
Larger order, sir is saying larger order is to ensure harmony. So every unit is moving from here and there to participate in harmony, in larger order.
It's very interesting that you are giving up your you are giving up something. It looks like you are giving up something, but it is forming something new. So if you take the example of a scorpion, the mother, when it spawns the babies feed on the mother's body, and the mother gives up her body for the babies. So like that you can visualize that oxygen and hydrogen are giving up their conduct for making something new which will participate in the harmony at a larger level. So like that. So everything you can see is participating, is forming, something is deforming, something is forming in the physical order and making something new which has a different conduct. So oxygen has one conduct. Fire burns in the presence of oxygen. Hydrogen is inflammable. But together they give up that conduct and make a new conduct which is extinguishing fire. But this new material is useful for the larger order. It is participating in the harmony. So everything is like that it is participating in the larger order for greater and greater levels of harmony. So there may be individuals who are participating in the larger, I was thinking that, the people who are cleaning, the people who are providing us food, the person who is taking the pictures, so they are participating in the larger harmony of this classroom, and without them it is not possible for this classroom to be orderly. They are not less important or more important or anything like that. Everything is, so you can't discuss which is more important or which is less important, but if you can see that each is participating in the larger harmony, then we'll be able to appreciate and be able to participate in their well-being. So everything is like that, and every basic building from the very basic building block to the largest organization is participating in some larger harmony. There is no chaos. So that can come in all the subjects. And that has to come. And of course the worldview on which these subjects are based is a very materialistic worldview if we take it today. So that also has to be included. That when we are talking about, let's say, biology, then it is talking mostly about the body. It has to consider the consciousness also. When you are talking about psychology, it is talking about taking inferences from the imagination part, what it is today, what I am today, and making some conclusions. But unless we are able to see the higher potential, okay, that is the higher potential of the human being. So those things have to be included in the subjects. When we are talking about sociology, we have, the kind of society that is going, that is possible. We are taking examples from what there is today, rather than going to the highest potential. So we are talking about something which will materialize with the highest potential of the individuals, and the highest potential of the society will materialize from there. So we have to visualize that and see how we can contribute to that. And one of the ways to contribute to that is to convert your subjects. Slowly convert your subjects. Start thinking about it. Convert your subjects to value-based education, value-based subjects. And you have to see how they come together for the whole harmony. You are not necessarily able to see that. My subject is more important than the other subject. We keep fighting in this thing, I'm not getting time. So if you are able to see both these things, that one, I am able to make my subject value-based, and I can see the complementarity of my subject with other subjects in the larger whole. Then it will make, that will be value-based education.
To add to this one long roll back 92, I got to Anigari Ashram and Coimbatore. Still it is there, I think. Now I'm not sure because it's long back. 92, I went to Anigari Ashram. It was by Sri Swami Dayananda Swami. So he was every Saturday, Sundays he used to teach. One class will be not preaching. He used to say about Vedanta, and another one is Idikas. So Ramayana and all that. So two things he said does. One day he does it, Saturday is with Tamil means, another day with English. So two courses will be there every week. And many people, whoever wants, if you want, you can go and stay there in the ashram. So they don't restrict anyone that you have to come or you shouldn't come. And they don't demand anything. That's where I have seen people just, they come and stay and then they do their own service. It's not that you have to give this, that, but you can stay there and you can learn whatever you want. That was the thing when I have seen that it is happening. Every week I used to go. He really explains Vedanta in the way which everyone can understand. It is easy also. But I do not know why it hasn't taken up. Many disciples are there. he doesn't come out and then say this and this. I think he has got many places also, not sure, but this is what, when he was there, he was taking all these and then doing it. Now, I think it has to be there because it's a strong foundation here. I went in 92, but I think Swamiji was till 2015 or something. He went to Rishikesh or something like that.
That's why we have to understand the essence. We have to try to understand the essence of what is being said and live by it. If we are only remembering the words, then we keep fighting about it. So all these great thinkers, all these great men and women, they have made that statement many times that if this is truth for me, this is proposal for you. Don't just mull up the words. Don't just keep repeating the words. So you have to discover this or validate this and bring it to your living. So everybody says they have this aspiration. If you take any of these visionaries, so we have to live up to, we have to understand the essence of what they are saying, number one, and then to live by it. Then only it will propagate. Otherwise we have these separate groups which keep fighting with each other.
So value education, value-based education, then value-based living. Now this value-based living is more important. So if we are not living up to that level, then what next generation will learn from us? So we are moving step by step. So first we try to introduce value education, then we can try to turn our subject, value-based subject, then value-based living. So we can also create this kind of model. Can our department be a model of value-based living, where people or faculty members of that department living with justice? So we can ensure it will create environment for the college, for the students. Otherwise, words will be transferring here and there, values will not be transferred. Important is values should be transferred. If we are not living up to that extent, then we will be fighting for words. It is written here, it is written there. Who is best, who is worst? It will create chaos. So that's why value-based living is important. So value education to value-based education, then value-based living. And this value-based living can be ensured for each generation. It will ensure human tradition. So human tradition means a tradition which is able to ensure value-based living for each generation. This will be humane tradition.